Well, has any of the Torch stuff, I mean, are the songs the same as they're on Defender, or is it just a completely different thing altogether?
Completely different recording, completely different material. At a stretch, I think maybe No Peace to the Wicked, that song was part of the Torch set. Let me see. I couldn't remember. I'm sure one or two others were totally, changed and all that. But I mean, to me, Defender was like a brand new thing from start to finish, because it's happened to me before. I did an album in San Francisco many years ago, and the whole thing went in the bin the day it was being cut. And that was like sort of the precursor of an album called Photo Finish. So every 5 years I get these funny just head things, and you just say, to hell with it, we could do better than this, or you just get so depressed by the whole project that it doesn't turn you on. So then which is a bit crazy because it costs a fortune, as you know, but I don't know, you just get more and more serious about it,
Well, is it that there's a built-in time limit with Rory Gallagher? When you go into the studio, if it starts taking too long, you just get very bored, you just get very frustrated. Is it the time factor?
That must be one of the reasons. I don't know, like any artist, you get, unless you're very cocksure yourself, every couple of years you get dissatisfied, and you start saying, am I going to really leave a stamp on this world like Muddy Waters or Chuck Berry or whoever?
Is that what you want to do? Definitely, yeah.
Well, not from a big head, but you have to aim at some high level. I mean, you just can't say, well, it's grand just to bash along. That's fun too, but I mean, you must at one point, or at various points, try and really elevate yourself into that realm wherever those guys are at, even if you never reach it. But if you don't aim high, you're going to be you're going to be good old reliable RG. He'll show up and play anytime and this kind of thing.
But I thought you liked being good old reliable RG who'll turn up and play anytime.
Yeah, well, I mean, in the same way as Eddie Cochran was good old reliable Eddie, but he also got into that other sphere as well.
Yeah.
If that answers the question.
Yeah, I suppose so, yeah. Timeless music. Okay, so what was I going to say? Yeah, the Defender album then has been out about 8 months or so now. So have you been touring with that a lot lately?
Oh, yeah, we did, let me see, 7, 8 weeks in the continent. We did a British tour, we did Germany, Scandinavia, Switzerland, right up till Christmas, which nearly wasted us entirely, but it was because we were doing very long sets. It was very hard. So and now we're back on the road again. We're doing an Irish tour, as you know, and we're doing some more British dates and some more work in the Netherlands. So the album's still current, and we're touring the Defender album, but I don't treat it entirely as a project tour. I never have, because we do so many songs.
It's just touring, end of story.
Yeah. But the emphasis obviously would be on Defender tracks.
So over the next week in Ireland, the emphasis will be on the Defender tracks.
Yeah, but the trouble is that we have an instrumental hasn't been recorded. We have a few other blues things that out of the repertoire that haven't been recorded. So it keeps a nice freshness every night. So we're not stuck with the song list stuck to the monitor speaker.
Yeah. You have your cover version blues one with Don't Start Me to Talking on this album. You've always got one or two just to keep it there. Indeed, yeah. But like with a lot of the blues classics or semi-classics, you have to be a big man to tackle them, because being a white European, everyone's ready to stick a dart in you or a knife, and if you don't pull it off. So you have to relate to the lyrics, you have to feel at home with the song and almost totally adopt it. But I like the idea of doing the odd cover, because it's a great relief from being the singer-songwriter thing. And even Dylan, in his new album, I believe he's doing 3 or 4 covers. The whole album is covered except for 2 songs.
Oh, well, yeah. So I think it's a healthy thing now and then to throw in covers, because it's kind of liberates you from the seriousness of, the 10 written masterpieces, you know what I mean? Yeah, but it does help if they're good as well, because the Bob Dylan album is not good at all, I don't think. Well, unfortunately I haven't heard it, so... You can't say. What about one thing then, like about the audience who goes to see Rory Gallagher these days? I mean, like, are there a lot of, say, teenagers, say? Yeah, we're getting a real mixture, particularly on the continent and on the English tour. That's genuine. We've got everything from fans from the beginning right through to young teenagers in all forms of you know, from suits to leather jackets and back again, whatever that means. You know?
Yeah. So then, would you take exception then to what the thing I said the other day, which was like that, for instance, like the wet fans, the pop fans, you mean nothing to them? I think that's definitely that one. I'm going to stand by that one.
I'll swallow that
okay,
one,
but
yeah.
now what about, for instance, like the other sort of more acceptable rock bands, say like a U2 or something? Like a lot of the fans of U2 wouldn't be into Rory Gallagher. Is that not fair enough? No.
I'll accept the first part, but I mean, contrary to popular opinion, I would be happy to have U2 fans. But if I'm not relevant to them, that's fine. But I don't draw the line at certain waves of audience. You know, I'm not entirely a snob. I mean, I wouldn't want the Pet Shop Boys to be too fussed about me. You know, but I mean, I wouldn't be adverse to U2 fans or the Waterboys, whoever. You know what I mean? I'm not putting up a barrier there. That's the only exception I would take. But. That's all I meant by that, really.
Yeah, that's all right, Rory.